Intrigued at the sight of our camera, the children of Lev Tahor swarm around, breaking out in song and cheers, but their parents aren't laughing. They're fighting to keep children not seen in these pictures from being taken away.
If they're going to be removed from their parents, it's going to be a damage for them for all their life.
Tuesday, a Quebec court ruled 14 children from the ultra-Orthodox Jewish sect were to be put in foster care after an investigation by Quebec Social Services found evidence of malnutrition, filthy living conditions, and a lack of basic education while living in the province. Knowing the ruling was coming down, last week the group ran to Ontario.
We're not the first group who have to flee Quebec because of education problems.
Well, the families of Lev Tahor say they respect the Quebec court. They're questioning its jurisdiction because before the ruling was made, all 14 children were officially made residents of Ontario. This lawyer agrees.
The Quebec ruling in itself isn't binding in Ontario unless an Ontario court makes its own ruling.
In the meantime, the historically isolated group is making a point of showing their children are getting educated, although only the boys were seen studying. As for health issues, Lev Tahor leaders say there were several health problems, but claim they've been dealt with.
We feel that we are painted in a negative way. Absolutely. It's not the fact of what's really going on.
Tonight, Lev Tahor leaders met with Ontario Social Services and say there's no mistreatment to be found.
We brought everybody to the office, so it was very happy. There was no police needed. It was very comfortable.
Now, Chatham-Kent Children's Services won't say whether or not that's in fact the case. What they will say is that they are working with Quebec officials and they're conducting their own investigation. Lisa.
Well, Peter, how are they able to create such a seemingly well-oiled footprint in Ontario so fast with a child neglect investigation going on in Quebec?
Well, they've been preparing for this for the last 6 months. They've had realtors out across Ontario looking for large housing complexes like this one. They've also been preparing the paperwork to have Ontario health cards for the children, which means social services is basically starting at square one. Now, while all of this is going on and while we've been here this week, people have been driving right up to us and making some very ugly anti-Semitic slurs, saying that they want this sect to move on. Lisa.
Okay, Peter Ackman in Chatham, Ontario again tonight.